Hi everyone and welcome back to FPL with me, Got No Skill. The transfer window has shut and there's less than one day before the FPL deadline closes as well. So let's go through the all-important midfielders. And who else could we start with but the one and the only Mo Salah. Liverpool's star player not only broke the Premier League record for most goals scored in one season with 32, but also the FPL points record with 303. This equated to an average of 8.4 points per match, which is remarkably consistent, hence giving him one of the strongest credentials to be your captain. And that's why he's picked by over 50% of all fantasy managers, despite being the most expensive player in the game. At 13 million, this makes him easy to transfer out if you have him to start with, but hard to transfer in. Therefore, it is a big risk to not select him from the start. Now we will move on to the second midfielder, which should be 8.5 and above. From the more expensive options, Alexis Sanchez at 10.5 is a good option, since he could play as striker with Lukaku doubtful to start, and is United's biggest attacking threat, as they begin the season at home to Leicester. Slightly cheaper are the 9.5 options, one of which looks essential, with Salah already covering Liverpool's attack, and City having lots of midfielders to choose from. Eriksen is probably the best and safest long-term option. He is Spurs' most creative and consistent player, and will be key, especially with many of their players doubtful to start. A few more cheaper options worth considering include Mahrez, as he is creative and attacking, and he should fit well at City. He was not involved in the World Cup as well, so he should start initially, but rotation threatens his overall consistency in the long term. Another option is my namesake, Mesut Ozil, as he has a point to prove. After being scapegoated by Germany for their poor World Cup, so it's a somewhat do-or-die season for him. He could be an option from Game Week 3, especially when the fixtures are much easier. Your third midfielder is likely to be between 7 and 8. 7 options include Willian, as he has confirmed his stay at Chelsea and seems to be in the manager's plans. He should be starting at Huddersfield and should take some set pieces. Another option is Bernardo Silva, as he was influential in City's Community Shield win. He is trusted by Guardiola, who afterwards said his team would be Bernardo and 10 others, so he should start especially with De Bruyne and Sterling set to miss out. Another option is Gylfi Sigurdsson, as he should remain on set pieces. He is now under a more attacking-minded manager and has the fixtures to build up form. Options at 7 million include Mkhitaryan, as he is one of the most popular midfielders in the game. He is good value at 7 million to cover for Arsenal's attack. He has difficult fixture against City, but Arsenal should score and he could be involved. Lucas Moura is another option. He has largely been overlooked, but could be great initially at Spurs with many doubtful to start the season. He could carry good form from pre-season when Spurs start away at Newcastle. Your last two midfielders should be around 6.5, and some options include Richarlison, who is reuniting with Marco Silva, under whom he excelled at Watford. He can be a powerful source of goals and assists once again, given the freedom to go forward at Everton. Luka Milivojevic is also another option, as he should remain penalty and set-piece taker. He was one of last season's most value-for-money midfielders. Key players from the promoted teams can also be valuable FPL options. This was seen in Gross last season. Gross remains a considerable player, but at 7 million, he may be slightly overpriced this season. So for this season, it could be these: Jota at Wolves, Sessegnon at Fulham, and Schürrle at Fulham as well. And that's all the midfielders. The next video will be about the forwards and my team review for this season. Hope to see you in the next vid.